How to Make Compost Fast. A complete guide for nature's Flora gardeners. If you've ever tried making your own compost, you know the frustration. You pile up scraps, leaves, and garden waste, then wait, and wait, sometimes for months, for it to break down into that rich, dark, crumbly soil your plants crave. But what if I told you there's a way to drastically cut that time and create high-quality compost in just a few weeks? Today, on Nature's Flora, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. By the end of this guide, you'll know the secrets to producing nutrient-packed compost quickly, using ingredients you probably already have, and without spending a fortune on store-bought accelerators. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow gardeners, drop a comment if you have any questions or tips of your own, and don't forget to subscribe to Nature's Flora and turn on notifications so you never miss a guide that will elevate your garden. Now let's get composting. The foundations of fast composting. Composting is essentially nature's recycling system, where organic matter breaks down into nutrient-rich soil. To speed this process up, you need to balance 4 key elements: green materials, brown materials, air, and water. Greens are your nitrogen-rich fleshy ingredients: grass clippings, kitchen scraps, old bedding plants, weeds that are free of seeds, tea leaves, and coffee grounds. Even materials that look brown, like dried grass clippings, often still count as greens because their nitrogen content remains high. Browns, on the other hand, are carbon-rich and drier. Leaves, straw, twiggy prunings, wood chips, cardboard, and shredded newspaper all fall into this category. Browns provide structure to your heap, preventing it from compacting and turning into a soggy, smelly mess. The key is roughly equal proportions of greens and browns. This balance keeps the microorganisms in your compost heap active and happy, accelerating the breakdown of materials. Chopping or shredding materials into smaller pieces is, honestly, just crucial. Smaller bits expose more surface area, which gives bacteria and fungi way more access to the organic matter. If you don't have a shredder, hey, a strong lawnmower, some pruners, loppers, or even a spade can totally do the trick. Basically, anything that reduces the size of the material will help your heap decompose faster. Supercharging your compost with natural activators is a real game changer. To give your heap a real boost, just add a natural activator. This is basically any substance rich in nitrogen that sparks microbial activity. You really don't need those expensive compost accelerators. Manure from herbivores like chickens, horses, or rabbits works brilliantly. Even your own urine can act as a nitrogen-rich activator, though, yeah, it might not be everyone's first choice. Coffee grounds are another excellent option, and honestly, they're often available for free from local cafes. If you're short on browns during the growing season, shredded straw or bedding from guinea pigs, rabbits, or other small animals provides both carbon and nitrogen, especially when mixed with a little urine or manure. The microbes really thrive on this combination, heating up the heap and breaking down the organic matter quickly. The importance of aeration, well, it really can't be overstated. One of the simplest ways to accelerate composting is by turning the heap regularly. Oxygen fuels the bacteria that decompose organic matter, generating heat and, speeding up the process. Ideally, turn the heap 1 to 2 weeks after setting it up. This doesn't just mix the ingredients, it reactivates the microorganisms and gives the pile a fresh surge of decomposition power. Maintaining proper moisture is equally important. Compost should be moist but not soggy. If it's too wet, it becomes compacted and anaerobic, producing an unpleasant smell. Too dry and microbial activity slows to a crawl. The best way to check is simple. Just grab a handful of compost and squeeze. It should feel like a damp sponge, not dripping water. Building your compost heap the right way makes all the difference. Start by placing your heap directly on soil whenever possible. This allows beneficial worms and microorganisms to migrate into your pile naturally, giving it a head start. If direct soil contact isn't an option, adding a layer of garden soil or mature compost helps seed the new heap with microbial life. For structure, consider building walls with salvaged pallets. These create a contained, stable heap that allows airflow while keeping everything tidy. Fill the bottom with twiggy or coarse brown material to improve aeration. Then layer your greens and browns evenly, avoiding overly wet or heavy materials that can crush air pockets. During winter, cover the heap with natural materials like cardboard or jute carpet to insulate it from the cold and keep decomposition active. From heap to garden-ready compost, it's a pretty satisfying journey. With these steps, your compost can be ready in as little as 3 months. The key is the right balance of ingredients, natural activators, proper moisture, and regular aeration. The end product should be dark, crumbly, and sweet-smelling, perfect for enriching your garden soil and feeding your plants. Using this method, even in cooler months, your heap can continue to generate heat internally, keeping the microbes busy and the decomposition process ongoing. Composting fast doesn't mean cutting corners. It means understanding your materials, giving the organisms what they need, and managing your heap actively. By following these methods, you'll transform ordinary garden waste into a powerful resource that will feed your garden season after season. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Nature's Flora, hit the like button, share this video with fellow gardeners, and leave a comment with your composting stories or questions. Let's keep our gardens thriving with nature's magic, one heap at a time.